Hi, this is Mr. Di Laura, and today I'm going to show you how to solve for x. The first case that I'm going to show you is the one-step equations. Here, for example, we have that x plus 1 equals -5. The first thing that I'm going to do is to divide the two sides of the equation. The key here is to leave x by itself. The way I'm going to do that is by moving the number to the other side by doing the opposite operation. For example, here I have an addition, or 1 is positive, so by making it a negative, it moves to the other side. Remember that whatever you do on one side, you have to do it on the other side. 1 minus 1 is 0. That's what I wanted, because I wanted this to go away, so I'm left with the x. And then -5 minus 1 is just -6. So for your answer here, x equals -6. If you look at this one, the order has been changed, but the equation is still the same. You divide these two, and now the 4 is negative, so to move it to the other side, I have to make it a positive. And again, whatever you do on one side, you do it on the other side. -4 plus 4 is 0, that's why it goes away. I'm left again with the x by itself, and 6 plus 4 is just 10. So for here, the answer is x equals 10. The next equation would be the two-step equations. Here you have an extra number that you have to deal with. Again, divide the two sides of the equation, if that helps. And we're going to start moving the -5 because it's the number that is farthest away from your variable. Again, it's a -5, so if I make it a +5, it moves to the other side. -5 plus 5 is 0, that disappears, and I'm left with a 2x, and 3 plus 5 is 8 on this side. Now, to move the number in front of x, this 2 is multiplying this x, so the opposite of multiplication is the division, so I'm going to divide by 2, and again, whatever you do on one side, you have to do it on the other side. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so you technically have a 1x, which is what you want. You want x to be by itself, and 8 divided by 2 is just 4. So the answer for this one is that x equals 4. If you do it over here, you're going to start moving this 5. It's a +5, so I'm going to have to make it a negative. And again, whatever you do on one side, you do it on the other side. 5 minus 5 is 0. If this goes away, I'm left with a -4x, and -11 minus 5 more is -16. Again, this -4 is multiplying the x, so you're going to have to divide by -4 on both sides. -4 divided by -4 is just 1, so again I'm left with a 1x. And on this side is -16 divided by -4. Negative divided by negative is a positive. 16 divided by 4 is just 4. So again, for this one, x equals 4 would be your answer. The next case would be collecting like terms. So in this case, you have 5x minus 2x. These are both x's, so you can go ahead and put them together. 5x minus 2x is just 3x. And then you have the +6, because you didn't do anything with that, equals a -3. Now this is just a two-step equation that we just did. So to move the +6, you're going to subtract the 6 on both sides. 6 minus 6 is 0. You're left with a 3x, and -3 minus 6 is just -9. Again, remember we just did it. You're going to divide by 3 on both sides, and you're left with x equals -9 divided by 3 is just a -3. So that would be your answer. And for this one, again, you can go ahead and collect these two together. See, it doesn't matter what side of the equation the x's are, it works exactly the same. -4 minus -4x minus 2x would be -6x minus 3, because I didn't do anything with this -3. All of this equals 9. And again, divide these two if you want to. And I'm going to start moving the -3, by making it a positive. And whatever you do on one side, you're going to do it on the other side. -3 plus 3 is 0. So on this side, you're left with -6x, And here you have 9 plus 3, which is 12. Divide both sides by -6 to get rid of this -6 over here. This will go to 1, so you're left with 1x equals 12 divided by -6, which is just -2. And the last case would be distributing. When you have distributing, you have two options. The first one would be to go ahead and distribute this 3 inside the parentheses by multiplying. So 3 times x is just 3x. 3 times 2 is just 6. They were both positive, so this number is going to be positive as well. Equals 9. And again, I'm going to start moving the positive 6 by making it a negative to go to the other side. 6 minus 6 is 0, so you're left with 3x on this side, and 9 minus 6 is 3 on this side. Divide both sides by 3 to cancel this one, and you're left with x equals 1. That would be the answer for this one. For this one, another way would be if you want to go ahead and divide both sides by 2. See, the 2 is multiplying all of these, so I can go ahead and divide by 2 on this side and divide by 2 on this side. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so that goes away, and you're left with 4 minus x. And then if you set the equal sign, here would be 16 divided by 2, which is 8. I need to move this over here by making it a -4 because it's a positive. 4 minus 4 is 0, so you're left with a -x. And here 8 minus 4 is just 4. The last step would be to make this x positive. If you think about it, you have a -1 in front of x. So all you need to do is divide by -1 on both sides so that the x is positive. And now you do 4 divided by -1, which is just -4, equals x. So the answer for this would be x equals -4 or -4 equals x. I hope this helps, and now, like we always say in math, you have to practice, practice, practice.
We are the champions.